J-Lo in space. That sounds really fun. But unfortunately, the movie that it actually is, Atlas, is not. This is streaming on Netflix right now. And you got a lot of choices on Netflix. You could watch Hitman or you could watch Atlas. Part of me is like, ooh, J-Lo in space. That sounded interesting.
Did it? No.
It kind of did.
Okay.
And so, anyway, the great Dave White is here filling in for Alonso. I made Alonso watch Atlas, which means that Dave also had to watch Atlas.
It's what I think that watching Atlas last night is what made him sick. That's why he's not here today, by the way. He's sick. He's you can hear him coughing in the back.
Yeah.
He drove himself into the dirt promoting his new book, Hollywood Pride. Can you see it right next to my
There
head?
it
He wrote
is.
that. He wrote that shit, and it's very good.
It is.
And you should be buying it. But yeah, we watched it last night, and I said, "Oh, good, you've got a free night. Let's watch Call My Agent on Netflix." That's that French sitcom about the agents. Yeah. It's really great. And he goes, "No, I have to watch Atlas." And I was like, "God damn it!" And so we did. I love Jennifer Lopez. I love space. I love robots. So what the fuck?
That's your tagline right there.
Yeah.
What the fuck, Jennifer Lopez? You guys subscribe because only here will you get scintillating film criticism like Jennifer
That's
Lopez.
right.
What the fuck?
Listen, I'm a professional.
You've been doing this a long time.
A very long time.
I love when Dave comes by.
We don't have much time. Harlan's threatening an attack.
Atlas, my primary protocol is to keep you alive.
Same!
Jennifer Lopez is the titular Atlas. Her name is Atlas Shepard. And like from the get-go, that is the most distracting character name. Her name is Atlas. Then she has to say her name several times to talk to the AI. Her full name is Atlas Maru Shepard. It is the future. AI is everywhere. And it, in theory, was meant to be a benevolent force, a helpful force in our lives. But then one AI terrorist played by Simu Liu, like somehow reprograms all the toaster ovens and irons and things to rise up. You know, it's been the thing we've always feared that, you know, the machines will become sentient. Many other movies have been made about this, which are much better. So people die and the Simu Liu character goes off somewhere and is in hiding. And only Jennifer Lopez as Atlas Shepard can help find him because she has some connection to him from her past. And from the very beginning, this movie fundamentally misunderstands what makes Jennifer Lopez a compelling screen presence, because it in no way allows her to do what she does so well, right? Like she's got a swagger to her. She's got a charisma to her, a sex appeal about her, whether it's in a concert film or even something like Made in Manhattan, like even her rom-coms, like I get the allure of her there. She's got a warmth and a sweetness and a humor to her. None of that is here. Like she's clamped down and tamped down and squelched and miserable. She's like a loner and a misanthropic, brilliant, sad woman. And she's living alone in her high-rise apartment in LA and has no friends. But she gets called in to go on this mission and gets accidentally, you know, she gets sent into space and gets accidentally like on her own. So for a bunch of it, she's miserable talking to people. And then for a bunch of it, she's stuck inside this mech. You know, it's kind of like the thing that Sigourney Weaver's in Aliens, but it talks back to her and makes snarky remarks. That's not funny either. Like it's her by herself in this contraption pushing buttons and talking to this thing, which is trying to learn to be her. The whole premise of this seems so tone deaf right now. The only way for her to save humanity is to let her guard down and trust the AI. She inherently mistrusts it, and understandably so. Like,
yeah, tell it to Scarlett Johansson.
That we're talking about that in news. Yes. I mean, like, what the fuck was this entire strike about? Like not trusting AI. So now we have a movie about it's okay, just let them in and let them help us. Mm-hmm. So it's tone deaf and the timing is weird and the effects look terrible. What do you think?
I mean, the effects look like the effects because it's just a big like cartoon, like nothing. There's nothing real taking place outside of this little square cube that she is in. I think like one of the things as I'm watching a film like this, after about 20 minutes, I think to myself, why did this actor who gets to pick and choose anything they want to do, why did they say yes to this?
I thought that too.
And my first thought is the movie Gravity. She's thinking, this could be my gravity. This could
you my gravity?
This could be my major, like, oh, wow. Like she carries this whole thing by herself. And I firmly believe that Jennifer Lopez can do it because she is a movie star. And she is a magnetic screen personality. You can plug her into just about anything as long as it is properly constructed around her, and she will carry it. And this is not properly constructed around her. It is tedious. It is dull. There is nothing visually interesting going on at all. And as we said, there's a major chunk of this film where she is in a little box. Like her shooting day was be in this little box and do this. And that's what you're going to do. And meanwhile, this giant robot mech thing that you're inside is going to say, as you said, snarky things to you. And I turned to Alonso and I said, this robot is Michelle from Gilmore Girls. It was like, no, I will not be doing that for you today. Like it's that, like she's mad at it and it's like, I'm sorry, I cannot help you. And I mean, it doesn't speak with a French accent, but it should have. In fact, they should have got the guy from Gilmore Girls to play the voice of this robot.
She has to let him in. That's why he's being mean to her, because she won't let him in.
Yeah. No, don't let the AI in. Don't do that.
This is bad timing for that. And one of the running bits in this movie is that she drinks too much coffee. She has this very particular coffee order. So she wants coffee all the time. And like the machines at some point won't let her have coffee because she's exceeded her caffeine intake for the day. But think about how much better she would be at her job
if you
on Earth or in space with Coffee Brothers coffee, right? They get it right every time, whether it's the dark roast, which I just had this morning. I just tried the Sumatra for the first time recently and I loved it. Everything I've had from them, I love.
Is this another ad?
This is an ad. We're in it.
Okay.
You're in the ad.
I don't drink coffee, so I cannot participate.
I'm so smooth.
Yes,
I'm
you
seamless.
Really are.
And so, but I thought about that. Like Coffee Brothers wouldn't tell her she couldn't have any more coffee because they also make espresso machines, like really fancy, nice espresso machines. And we've got a deal with them. Take 15% off of your Coffee Brothers order with our code breakfast15. The link is down below. Your shipping is free with orders of $50 or more. And she just wants her coffee and that's it. But even with that, they don't get that right because she always says she wants a quad Americano black. And then at some point she insists she wants sugar. Like, figure it out, girl. Atlas, you can have what you want whenever you want it, except for when you're in space, stuck in the mech. Total waste of Simu Liu and also Sterling K. Brown.
Yes.
Who does not get nearly enough to do.
Yes, there's nothing. It's an absolute disappointment. And you're checking. If you were wearing a wristwatch, you'd be checking it a lot before to see when it was going to be over. Fortunately, you're home watching it on Netflix, so you're not trapped. You can go get a snack. You can leave.
You can.
It can play out, and you don't even have to finish it. It's really bad.
Yeah, we talked about Hitman, how Hitman's a great use of everything that Glenn Powell does on Netflix. Atlas does not understand how best to use Jennifer Lopez, which, as you mentioned, she's a producer on this alongside her longtime producing partners. No one coerced her into doing Atlas. I'm confused, but it is out there, whether you want to enjoy it or not. Our friend Angie Hahn reviewed it for The Hollywood Reporter, and the headline was like, Netflix makes yet another movie for you to fold your laundry to.
Yeah.
Which is my favorite subgenre of movie. Movies to fold laundry to.
I think because I live in a Hallmark house, with a person who loves Hallmark Christmas movies, and I despise them. I think that somehow, like, other film production companies are like, what can we make that people will just hang out with and fold their laundry to? They're going to pay half attention to this the way they pay half attention to a Hallmark Christmas movie. And I don't think I'm wrong about this.
Yeah, like it's intentional. It's directed by Brad Peyton, who has done movies that were meant to be seen on a big screen, like Rampage, like San Andreas.
Right.
And this is that on a much smaller scale and not a very effective one. It just looks chintzy, and there's no weight or, like, I don't know, perspective on who's doing what, where, to whom.
You feel no tension, no worry, no concern. the moment she gets assigned the mission, I said to Alonso, do you think it's going to all work out? Do you think she's going to catch the guy? Let's take a guess. Yeah.
2 hours later, you have your answer. It's all of
Right.
2 hours.
Right.
What's your number, Dave, on Atlas?
Can we go negative numbers?
Yeah, for sure.
This is like this is like a 2. I give it a 2. Let's give 2 points to an actor that I adore, and that is Jennifer Lopez.
I'll say 2 also. Her makeup looks really nice all the time. Okay, Atlas is out there, and you can avoid it if you'd like. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.